When it snows, the grass dies, leaving nothing for animals to eat. The Arctic is a land of extreme conditions, freezing temperatures, long periods of darkness, and complete isolation. Yet for centuries, indigenous tribes have survived and even thrived in these harsh conditions. Scattered across Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Scandinavia, and Russia, these groups have developed incredible traditions, from hunting in darkness to building homes from ice. Some tribes, however, have especially remarkable ways of life. The Yupik people believe the world around them is not just made of land and sea, but also spirits. To them, everything in nature has a soul, from towering mountains to tiny fish. Their shamans, spiritual leaders, are believed to have the power to heal the sick, communicate with spirits, and bring misfortune to those who disturb nature's balance. At the center of their beliefs is Elam Yua, the spirit of the universe that created all life. This deep respect for nature influences everything they do, from their traditions to their survival skills, and even their art. Their culture is not only spoken, but also carved and danced. They create beautiful masks and sculptures from wood and ivory, each telling a unique story. Their traditional dances, performed at potlatch ceremonies, help them honor their ancestors and connect with spirits. Surviving in the Arctic requires skill, knowledge, and resilience. The Yupik are experts at using the land and sea, hunting seals, walruses, and caribou with harpoons, spears, and kayaks. To survive the brutal winters, they build underground communal houses called kashim and warm shelters lined with animal skins called anna. While the Yupik look to the spirits of the land and sea for wisdom, another tribe has mastered the language of ice and snow, the Nenets. These remarkable people have lived in the harsh Siberian tundra for centuries, developing a deep understanding of snow, ice, and permafrost. One of their unique skills is their ability to read snow. Their language has many words to describe different types of snow, allowing them to predict the weather, find the best grazing spots for their reindeer, and determine safe travel conditions. In a world where climate change is rapidly altering their environment, this knowledge has become more critical than ever. Melting ice and unpredictable weather patterns are disrupting their migration routes and threatening their way of life. The Nenets live in chums, traditional cone-shaped tents made from reindeer hides. These tents are built to withstand freezing temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius. The hides provide insulation, keeping the warmth inside and the cold out. These shelters are also easy to set up and take down, which is essential as the Nenets move with their herds during seasonal migrations. Family is central to Nenets society. They organize themselves into clans, passing lineage through the father. Each clan has its own customs and territory, with elders playing an important role in decision-making. However, the true spiritual leaders are the shamans, called Tadibia, who maintain harmony between humans and nature. They help ensure that the Nenets remain connected to the land that sustains them. Despite their deep connection to the land, the Nenets' way of life is under threat. Large industrial projects, such as the Yamal Mega Project, have encroached on their territory, disrupting migration routes and polluting their environment. If these changes continue, their traditional way of life may disappear forever. Survival in the Arctic is not just about enduring the cold. It is also about resisting outside forces. While the Nenets battle environmental challenges, another tribe, the Aleuts, faced a far more devastating force: colonization. The term Aleut was first used in the 18th century by Russian fur traders to describe two groups: the Unangan of the Aleutian Islands and the Sugpiaq of Kodiak Island. Although they shared similar environments, their languages and cultures were distinct. Everything changed in 1741 when Russian colonizers arrived. What began as trade soon turned into exploitation. Fur traders overhunted sea otters and seals, destroying the ecosystems the Aleuts relied on. Diseases spread rapidly, and violent conflicts broke out. As a result, the once thriving Aleut population of 25,000 dropped to just 2,000 by the late 19th century. With their people nearly wiped out, the Aleuts struggled to keep their culture alive. Their language, Anangam Tenuo, once spoken by thousands, now has only about 109 fluent speakers. Losing their language has deeply affected their identity. However, they are fighting to revive their traditions, passing them down to future generations. The Aleut people have always had a strong connection to nature. They practiced animism and shamanism, believing that spirits existed in the sea, wind, and land. When Russian Orthodox missionaries arrived, Christianity spread among them, but instead of abandoning their old beliefs, they blended them with a new religion. For generations, Aleut men were expert hunters, navigating the dangerous seas in skin-covered kayaks called baidarkas to hunt marine animals like seals, sea otters, whales, and walruses. Meanwhile, women gathered fish, birds, shellfish, and wild plants. Their survival depended on working together and maintaining a strong relationship with the land and sea. Then came World War II. In an unexpected turn, the U.S. government forcibly relocated the Aleuts to internment camps with terrible living conditions. Families were separated, and their way of life was shattered. Their suffering went unrecognized for decades until 1988, when the Aleut Restitution Act was passed, offering compensation. But no amount of money could undo the deep scars left by war and displacement. While the Aleuts endured colonization and war, another Arctic tribe, the Koryak, faced a quieter struggle. Their culture slowly faded due to modern policies that reshaped their way of life. The Koryak people have always lived in harmony with nature, making decisions as a community rather than following strict hierarchies. Families worked together, and wisdom was passed down through shamans, who guided their people through rituals and drumming. For them, nature is not just something to use, it is sacred. One of the most important aspects of Koryak culture is their deep reliance on reindeer. For centuries, reindeer have been their lifeline, providing food, clothing, tools, and transportation. They use every part of the animal, ensuring nothing goes to waste. They have also adapted to the changing seasons, building semi-underground homes to survive the cold winters and sturdy tents to stay cool in the summer. Across the Arctic, indigenous peoples have developed unique ways of life, deeply connected to their land and traditions. However, modern challenges, from industrial projects to climate change and government policies, continue to threaten their survival. Yet, despite these obstacles, they persist, holding on to their cultures, languages, and ancestral knowledge. At our channel, Digital Discoveries, we continue to explore the resilience, traditions, and stories of indigenous Arctic peoples. Their survival is a testament to human adaptability and the deep connection between people and the land they call home.